Hello students, today we are going to discuss the chapter linear programming, and within that the main thing which is to be considered is linear programming problem. Linear programming or linear optimization is a process which takes into consideration certain linear relationships to obtain the best possible solution to a mathematical model. It is denoted as LPP, which stands for Linear Programming Problem. It includes problems dealing with maximizing profits, minimizing costs, minimal usage of resources, etc. These problems can be solved through the simplest method or graphical method. Linear programming applications are present in broad disciplines such as commerce, industry, etc. Let us consider a practical problem. Suppose a company has to manufacture a certain number of cabinets of two types, 1 and 2 respectively, and the company can invest a total of 540 hours to the labor force and is required to create up to 50 cabinets because the company has a warehouse which can store maximum 50 cabinets. Okay, so now since let x and y be the number of cabinets of types 1 and 2 respectively. Now they are non-negative and are known as non-negative constraints. Now since the company has a time constraint of 540 hours, and so we have 5x plus 9y is less than or equal to 540, which is the time constraint, because it's given that the time required for making each unit of cabinet 1 is 5 hours and that of making each unit of cabinet 2 is 9 hours. So 5x plus 9y is less than or equal to 540, which is the time constraint. Again, the total number of cabinets which it can manufacture, reason being there is a storage constraint, or the warehouse can accommodate only 50 cabinets. So x plus y would be less than or equal to 50, which is the space constraint or the storage constraint. Now the above two are called as the linear constraints. Let Z be the profit the company earns from manufacturing x and y pieces of cabinets of types 1 and 2. Thus, Z is equal to 5000 x plus 3000 y, because it is given that the company, it gains a profit of rupees 5000 per sale of type 1 of cabinet and rupees 3000 per sale of the cabinet of kind 2. So our objective here is to maximize the profit or maximize Z. Hence, Z is called as the objective function. Thus, the problem here called the LPP can be summarized as maximize Z equal to 5000 x plus 3000 y subject to 15x plus 9y is less than or equal to 540, which is the time constraint. X plus y is less than or equal to 50, which is the storage constraint or the space constraint. And x and y are both greater than or equal to 0, which is a non-negativity constraints. Now to find the answer to this problem, we use graphs, which is known as the graphical method of solving LPP. Thus, LPP is one that is concerned with finding the optimal value, which is maximum or minimum value of a linear function called the objective function of several variables, say x and y, subject to the conditions that the variables are non-negative and satisfy a set of linear inequalities called the linear constraints. The term linear implies that all the mathematical relations used in the problem are linear relations, while the term programming refers to the method of determining a particular program or plan of action. Now, a few important terms and definitions, let us discuss them. First is objective function. The linear function z equal to ax plus by, where a and b are constants, which has to be maximized or minimized, is called the linear objective function. The next term to be considered is decision variables. Variables x and y are called as the decision variables, which helps us in deciding as to how many number of x, how many units of x and how many units of y should be considered. Now, next term is constraints. The linear inequalities or equations or restrictions on the variables of a LPP are called the constraints. Optimization problem. A problem which seeks to maximize or minimize a linear function subject to certain constraints as determined by a set of linear inequalities is called an optimization problem. LPP, that is a linear programming problem, is a special type of optimization problem. Let us now consider the graphical method of solving LPP. In class 11, we have learned how to graph a system of linear inequalities in two variables and to find its solution graphically. So let us graph the constraints stated as linear inequalities. So we will just take up the constraints here and plot it on the graph. So we have the three inequalities. First one is the time constraint, the second one is the storage constraint, and the third one is the non-negativity constraint. And we plot all these three on the same graph and find the solution area. And we observe that this is the area OABC is the solution area. The graph of this system, the shaded region, consists of the points common to all the inequalities, and that is why it is called as the solution area. Now, each point in this region OABC, this is O, this is A, this is B, this is C, represents a feasible choice open to the company for the investment. This region OABC is called the feasible region. Every point of this region is called a feasible solution to the problem. Thus, we have the following definitions. First is the feasible region. The common region determined by all the constraints, including the non-negativity constraint, that is the common region is OABC in this case, is called as the feasible region. Infeasible region, the region other than that of the feasible region, is called as the infeasible region. The region of our interest is only the feasible region and not this one. Feasible solutions. Points within and on the boundary of the feasible region represents the feasible solutions of the constraints. And the last topic or the last definition which we have to consider is the optimal or the feasible solution. Optimal feasible solution is any point in the feasible region that gives the optimal value, that is maximum or minimum of the objective function, is called the optimal solution. Now, the feasible region OABC has infinitely many points. So, in order to find the optimal value of the objective function, we have two very important theorems which are fundamental in solving the LPP. So, which we are going to consider in my second video on this topic. Till then, revise this much and try to understand the concepts which I have covered. Thank you.